Тут кто-нибудь есть?
Сигфрид!
У тебя нет шансов! Я все бросаю твои остатки.
Удачный удар!
Kedvart meg is.
это было?
Ты что-нибудь слышишь? Сюда!
Тут кто-нибудь есть?
Сигфрид!
Тебе не взять!
Talos, bless our victory.
I can't believe I was this close to being killed.
State your purpose. Completing the simulations has pre-calibrated the system's language parameters to match your own. You are interacting with the security system for this facility. The shell you have selected is the Centurion, Central Clan Model Type 1. This shell is strictly for communication. It is limited to summoning animunculi if an extreme level of hostility is detected. This mode's dimensions are to scale with the facility, and is built for multi-purpose utility in addition to audible security system interactions. Fuel redirection, terrain demonstration models, aerial stability hub, emergency facility-wide management, and memorial communication. For security reasons, I have deemed non-negotiable unless an emergency arises in flight. Information on that function is restricted. Console translation for your language is currently set to off. Non-Dwemer interaction protocols are in effect. Permissions were modified before this console last went offline. Time records are unavailable. Estimation function is deadlocked. State your purpose. Request denied. Enter or recite the code necessary to terminate lockdown procedure. Invalid argument for circumvention. Unknown. Mechanisms are in place that allow for them to exist. Arguments allow for previously unknown situations to enter into consideration. There is no record of the security barriers being breached prior to reactivation. Request rejected. Mode resets are recommended if this model is not your preference. You lack proper authorization. State the parameters that would constitute adapting to the situation. Internal timer is not functioning to assess the validity of this claim. Continue. This system has been assigned a task that does not consider the living status of curators a factor in operations. You believe to know this facility better than I due to these experiences alone. Confidence log released. Lowering security barriers. Proceed to designated position for full access to... Welcome back.
Что это было?
Только глупец может бороться со мной.
Here you are at last. I was hoping I'd be able to welcome you to Sky's Divide as an ally, if only that was ever possible. I've been watching everything unfold from above. It all seems familiar, doesn't it? Just like the stories we were told. It's all coming together. I never understood why Purity was disinterested in this place. Isn't this something they would have wanted? A machine that can perform miracles? I wondered, until Virgil told me everything, until you arrived. It was always going to be someone like you, Dragonborn, and someone like me. It's an old pattern. Someone was bound to take notice, and our kind would have been set up sooner or later. Funny. You killed a World Eater, and, if fate decrees that you win here today, will take his place. The prophecy is fulfilled all the same. Countless possibilities emanate from that crystal. Nothing good, as I desperately wanted. The reunification of Tamriel? No. It wouldn't grant me that without bloodshed on an unprecedented scale. I was too weak to use it, because this, Dragonborn, is an ingenium. All the Dwemer souls of this island trapped within its confines. They're all this place needs to fly through time. But they're not enough for its true, diabolical function. Whatever the Dwemer intended for Sky's Divide failed the moment they used our acquaintance as a substitute for a soul. In doing so, they bound this island to the endless maw of the void. You saw it too, didn't you? These scars are my reminder. I never even came close to void material before that dream. Makes sense now, given the circumstances. It's been decided that you and I are to fight. The one who falls will be released from her game through death. The victor will be doomed to serve as the heart of this infernal machine. For the sake of Nirn, it has to be me. The first strike is yours. Are you ready? The Dwemer never intended for their crystal to be an ingenium. That was Salaquine's doing, by tricking them into believing the void material couldn't do such a thing naturally. It was always intended to contain one type of soul, and one soul only. The soul of a hero. Yes, Sky's Divide is exactly what you think it is. Not long after we first met in Jonestead, when I first arrived to the island, I knew what we had the moment I saw that crystal. But I didn't know the full truth, not until Virgil told me. What the Dwemer did backfired severely, and now Sky's Divide and Salaquine are one and the same. Forgive me. I'd have warned you if I had known any sooner. A part of me regrets helping you escape from innocence, but I knew doing nothing would have only delayed the inevitable. And I still needed someone to kill the matriarch before her own plans could go through. I wish I could have, Dragonborn. But you were deeply embedded with the Sirens, with Matari. I couldn't let word get out about what I had in store, even to you. She always knew, though. You've been taking orders by the very golem that now needs you as her heart. And what a suitable match you are. You've lifted the island's anchors that were locked in such a way that they could only be opened by her when she returned. You want to know my dreams now, at the end of all things. I intended to reunite Tamriel under a new ruling body that surpassed the Septim Empire in its prime. Peace would have spread throughout the land as the Thalmor were cast out from their seats of power in the Somerset Isle. With them gone, Tamriel could then turn its attention to Akavir and other lost lands of Nirn to purge the world of malicious forces. Yes, don't blame yourself. You needed to get to the top of this tower, and the energy that originally powered the security system was rerouted to those anchors. A clever way of forcing the host to synchronize with Salaquine one last time while simultaneously freeing the island from its shackles. With the anchors lifted, there's nothing stopping this island from traversing time to escape discovery or carry out its final duty. You would have to ask her yourself if you can tolerate the lies. Now will you fight, or will you surrender so that Nirn is spared from your wrath? Not anymore. The trap was sprung. It's like Virgil said. The fates of those who set foot on Sky's Divide are bound to its future. It's my fault for leading you here. In one instance, you win, as usual. The other has me emerge victorious. Alongside this, that is Sky's Divide's curse. Our own free will used against us so that she wins, no matter who dies. There must be more to it than that. If it was only for Sky's Divide, Salaquine would have settled for me. Whatever the case, Salaquine never could achieve full... Back there, you were still tied to prophecies in Skyrim's history, making it impossible to out... But here, time is twisted and broken. And the worst part, no rules will be broken. You'll still be alive. It would be as if we never got involved in this war in the first place. After all she's done up to now, you know she's planned for that as well. Futile as it may ultimately be, I believe I'm the one who has the best chance at stopping her. You, second. If we both die, so does Nirn's hope at welcoming the next era. Of course, they were allies once, and still were to a degree during their war. Virgil had prepared for defeat. If Project Purity failed to halt Natari's advancement in Skyrim, her means of accomplishing final victory would remain intact. Sky's Divide. It was a race to see who could enact their world-ending device first. Virgil wasn't one to be petty about losing to her former master. They shared similar ambitions. It was in her best interests not to eliminate Salaquine's ability to win entirely, only to undermine the Sirens so Purity could come out on top. What secret, Dragonborn? How could you not have seen what the Sirens really were? Their behavior, their mannerisms, it was in their speech. All you had to do was listen, even for what was never said. Most of all, it was their blind love of Matari. After all we've been through, I hope you never once considered the Sirens more than temporary allies. If some mistaken sense of loyalty to their cause is what brought you here to die, then I have nothing to spare but pity. Never. Even now, I'm uncertain of their size. I had no presentable proof to my claims. All I had was my knowledge of history, and if I came to you, would you have believed me? Would you have gone to Matari with questions, provoking her to heighten her pace? It wasn't worth the risk. Sky's Divide would have halted the coming war before it reached Tamriel's shores. Yet here we are. I never knew we'd catch the first glimpse of the invasion before our passing. We have nowhere to run. And yours would never get us past her energy field. Especially not while she determines we have I must convince myself to fight you. Only then is my success made. I'm the backup, Dragonborn. Sky's Divide and I will share the same struggle. But if I'm strong enough, I might find a way to stop her from within. Then we will see how well you do in battle. Even without battle, you will die with honor. Are you ready? Then we will make it our best. This is our end. This is our end. Let's finish this.
Out here, it's kill or be killed.
Что это было?
When we spill their
Strong
blood,
didn't
we
want to
wash the
resort
land
to this.
clean.
But if these tactics are what it's gonna take to bring you down, so be it.
I love a good fight.
Did you hear something?
Damn you, backbiter!
Hello? Who's there? Тут кто-нибудь есть? я тебя убью.
Talos, smite you! Вот Talos!
Теперь ты поплатишься. Ха! Вот ты где. Сюда! Теперь не все.
Come on, let's dance. Ancestors grant us strength.
страшно умирать? Что это было? Если придется, я тебя убью. Не страшно умирать? Теперь ты поплатишь. Тут кто-нибудь есть?
Did you hear something?